Good day everyone, especially to Professor Claire Macabalang. I am Jane P. Batrina. I'm going to present the instructional strategies, specifically the learning pyramid. The learning pyramid, also referred to as the cone of learning, it is a visual model developed by Edgar Dale that illustrates the varying degree of effectiveness for different learning methods. It emphasizes the importance of active learning and highlights how different methods different level of information retention. The learning pyramid illustrates that active participation in the learning process results in a higher retention of learning. The learning pyramid provides insights into effective study methods. The first four levels, lecture, reading, audiovisual, and demonstration, are passive learning methods. In contrast, the bottom three levels, discussion group, practice doing, teach others, are participatory or active learning methods. The pyramid helps us visualize where most of the learning occurs, what tools are needed for each step, and how to achieve the maximum level of self-learning. In this passive learning step, the student is learning by listening and a few visual cues. They're expected to listen to a teacher explain concepts and be able to understand them without practice or opportunities to implement the concepts in their own learning. In this process, retention is difficult to achieve because all learning is expected to occur through the process of listening and not practice. Listening is essential to learning because sometimes we need someone to just tell us things, but lecturing doesn't provide a space for practice self-reflection. Although more effective than lectures, reading retains only about 10% of information. Visual learners may find this method more useful. With reading, the student is expected to gain insight through the act of reading the materials at hand. The principle of reading is crucial, therefore reading needs to occur so the students can develop those independent skills through practice. Independent reading is heavily stressed in school with reading challenges and book logs, and it is important to maximize one's reading. Keep in mind that without thinking about your reading is detrimental. Volume matters, but responding to that reading, verbally or through writing, is key. Even though reading is not high in learning percentage, it is an all-encompassing step because reading provides the stepping stone needed to achieve learning. This form of learning is a great tool for students that need a different mode of learning. These methods lead to 20% retention. Visual and audio presentations provide images and videos to accompany the learning, and this form of learning provides a different and creative form of learning that is needed for certain students and topics. Audiovisual learning engages the learner's engagement through its medium, and it provides a new tool for the learner to tussle with. When the learner is given different options of engagement, they are more inclined to learn on their own. There have been many viral videos and learning challenges that are viewed and created for learners to prove that self-learning is not restricted to the typical classroom. Once again, this form of learning garnered higher engagement from students, but it lacks in getting students involved in the practice and leaves the responsibility for learning on the student without a lot of support. In this step, Students are learning by watching a demonstration, and this can be live through video, image, or audio. The students being able to watch an exhibition of learning is a great way to understand that concept. This form of learning lets the student more engaged in the topic of discussion, and it gets the students to want to do it themselves. When the learner sees something occur in front of them, it takes away the fear and apprehension they may feel about the topic. It gives them to try it on their own, and as effective as this method is, it has also been used in the typical classroom. Engaging in discussion with peers fosters deeper understanding and retention rate of 50%, significantly higher than passive learning methods. Through discussion, you actively engage with the material, clarify doubts, and gain different perspectives. This process helps you build a deeper understanding by forcing you to articulate your thoughts and challenge your assumptions. Discussions encourage you to analyze information, evaluate different viewpoints, and form your own conclusions. This strengthens your critical thinking skills and equips you to approach problems from multiple angles. Formulating your ideas and expressing them clearly are essential aspects of discussion. This practice refines your communication skills, allowing you to present your knowledge effectively and learn from others' communication styles. Discussion fosters a sense of team and collaboration. You learn to cooperate, listen actively, and build on each other's ideas, all valuable skills for the real world. Applying knowledge through practice reinforces learning of 75%. When you practice by doing, you move knowledge from theory to action. This hands-on engagement helps you grasp the nuances of a concept, identify areas where you might be shaky, and truly internalize the information. This stage involves applying what you have learned in a word or real-world setting. Practice allows you to refine the skills needed to apply your knowledge effectively. Whether it's through simulation, role-playing, or practice exercise, you get the chance to experience, make mistakes in a safe environment, and develop proficiency. Successful practice builds confidence in your ability to use what you have learned. By doing, you solidify your understanding and develop the skills to use your knowledge effectively. This motivates you to keep exploring and tackling new challenges. Teaching others represents the high point of knowledge retention, which is 90%. Explaining a concept to someone else forces you to break it down into its core components, identify your own knowledge gaps, and ensure you can articulate it clearly. This process leads to a more profound and nuanced understanding of the subject matter. When teaching, areas where your knowledge might be shaky become readily apparent. This allows you to address those weaknesses and solidify your overall grasp of the materials. Teaching requires clear, concise, and engaging communication. You learn to tailor explanations to your audience and effectively convey complex information. This hones your communication skills and allows you to connect with your audience on the intellectual level. Successfully explaining a concept to others builds confidence in your expression and strengthens your communication skills. This newfound confidence motivates you to continue learning and tackle new challenges. By actively seeking opportunities to explain what you've learned to others, you may not be solidify your own knowledge but also develop valuable communication and leadership skills that benefits you in various aspects of life. The pyramid highlights the difference in information retention between passive and active learning methods. By knowing this, you can prioritize strategies that lead to deeper understanding and longer lasting knowledge. This allows you to learn more effectively in time. It is important to remember that the learning pyramid is a model, not a rigid rule. The effectiveness of each method can vary depending on the individual, the subject matter, and the learning environment. However, all the stages can play a role in the learning process. Understanding the learning pyramid empowers both learners and educators to create a more efficient and successful learning environment. It provides valuable insights into how we learn best and serve as the helpful tools for educators, trainers, and learners alike. It allows learners to take charge of knowledge acquisition and educators to design programs that foster deeper understanding and equip students with valuable skills. The learning pyramid highlights the significance of using diverse instructional strategies for effective learning. Here is the significance and application of the learning pyramid for educators and learners. First, we have guides instructional design. The pyramid helps educators and trainers design effective learning experiences that cater to various learning styles and maximize student engagement. Educators should design varied learning experiences that incorporate different strategies. By incorporating a mix of passive and active learning methods at different levels of the pyramid, instructors can create a well-rounded learning program. Educational learners or leaders can use the pyramid to design diverse learning experiences. Second, we have the policy development. Consider the pyramid when formulating policies to teaching methods, assessment, and curriculum design. Prioritize strategies that enhance retention and understanding. Next, we have professional development. Encourage teachers and administrators to explore various strategies. Training programs can emphasize active learning, teaching peers, and practical application. Next, we have leadership training. Equip school principals with knowledge about effective learning methods. Highlight the importance of active engagement and student-centered approaches. Next, we have improves learning outcomes. Understanding the pyramid allows learners to tailor their study habit. By focusing on methods with higher retention rates, such as discussion and practice, learner can achieve deeper understanding and retain information for longer periods. We have also highlights the value of active learning. The pyramid clearly demonstrates that superiority of active learning methods compared to passive ones. This encourages learners to shift from simply reading or listening to engaging in action or active participation, discussion, and hands-on activity that promotes deeper process application of information. Next, we have provides a framework for assessment. Learners can use the pyramid to assess their current study habits and identify areas for improvement. Assessments should align with the chosen strategies. By incorporating a wider variety of active learning methods, can enhance their overall learning experiences. We should also include the individualization. Recognize that learners have different preferences and strengths. Adapt teaching methods accordingly. Retention strategies. Use techniques like spaced return and retrieval practice to enhance long-term retention. And we have the parental engagement. Educate parents about the pyramid. Encourage them to support their children's learning through discussion, practice, and teaching others. Remember, adapting the pyramid to local contexts and individual needs is essential for successful implementation. The learning pyramid is a model that illustrates the effectiveness of different teaching methods in terms of knowledge retention. It suggests that students retain more information through active learning, such as teaching others or engaging in discussion, compared to passive methods like lecture or reading. In the context of Philippine education, the learning pyramid holds significant importance for several reasons. First, we have enhanced retention and understanding. By incorporating active learning strategies, educators can retain information more effectively. This is crucial in a country where educational challenges such as high dropout rates and low literacy level are prevalent. Second, we have engagement and participation. Active learning methods encourage students' participation and engagement, which can lead to a more dynamic and interactive classroom environment. This is particularly beneficial in the Philippines, where traditional lecture-based teaching methods are still in common. Next, we have skill development. Learning pyramid emphasizes methods like teaching others and group discussions, which not only improve retention but also help students develop critical thinking, communication, and collaboration skills. These skills are essential for the holistic development of students and are aligned with of the Philippine education system to promote well-rounded individuals. Next, we have adaptability to diverse learning styles. The learning pyramid acknowledges that students have different learning preferences. By varying teaching methods, educators can cater to a wider range of learning styles, ensuring that all students have the opportunity to success. The Philippines utilizes a variety of methods, including traditional lectures, collaborative learning, digital tools. This caters to different learning styles and can potentially improve engagement for a wider range of education. While there are positive steps towards catering to diverse learners and embracing technology, challenges remain regarding digital access, teaching, training, and maximizing the benefits of active learning methods. By addressing these challenges and promoting active learning methods, the Philippines can strive towards a more effective and engaging educational system for all the learners. That concludes my presentation on the instructional strategies, specifically on the learning pyramid under EM 217 Management in Instructional Strategies. Thank you and blessed day to all.